Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. That's way too loud. Okay, okay. Up, 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 up. Okay. Well, it's not the audio that I wanted to use. Can you hear me now? Might sound kind of scuffed because it's the webcam audio. But can you hear me? Okay, good. I do have like an actual microphone, but for whatever reason, it's not connected. So, gotta go with the microphone on the webcam. So, I apologize if it doesn't sound like the best audio. I do apologize. All right. Whoa, I sound very loud. Ba-ba-ba-ba. All right. Well, hey, may not have the best audio, but that's okay. We can make it work. And finally, gonna kind of just scour the room. Got ourselves a nice little atmosphere, you know, nice tablet and things, stuff on the wall, a little cute Christmas tree in the back. For whatever reason, the lights stopped flashing. But there seems to be something missing. What could that be? Could it be this? Hi, how's it going? You doing all right out there? Not exactly the way that I wanted to start the stream, but hey, that's all right. I'm just glad you're here, and I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that we get to be here together. And welcome to my abode. Now, let me go ahead and try to make the capture a little bit more smaller. As you can tell, this is not exactly my forte, but I'm happy that y'all can join me on this fantastic journey. Oh, I see. This chat thing's on my way. Okay, and almost there. Almost there. Okay, all right. I think that's pretty much it. Hey, all right. Okay. Now, I hope that you're all having a wonderful holly jolly time out there. I know it's April, but this is my shtick, so just bear with me. I just pieced together Navi, Feliz Navidad, Holly, Christmas theme. Safe to say Christmas. Yes, you can safely say that. Now, I understand that it's not everyone's jam, but, you know, you're here for the ride, and I expect that you can at least tolerate it a little bit. Trust me when I say we're going to have ourselves a great time. Let's see. There's also been a couple other comments back here. Yes, sir. Food is done. Oh boy, what kind of food you got there, Pharaoh Roxy? Christmas and Satan. Yeah. Oh boy, chicken. I love me a good chicken. One of my favorite things to do is just like buy a rotisserie chicken, and I don't just eat it all at once. You know, what I do is I get like salad mixing or like spaghetti stuff and other things that you could just like put it together with, and you just take bits of the chicken off, just put it in. It's cheap, it's affordable, and you can make yourself a delightful dinner. Hey, there we go. Yeah, Baphomet and Satan are not the same thing. I know a lot of people kind of like conflate the two, but they are different entities. You know, not that it matters to some people, but it is very much a very real difference. Looks like we got ourselves a lot of people out there talking. I love to see it. You are all beautiful out there. All right. I guess now that I got things kind of like squared underway, I'm still upset that my normal microphone isn't working. It was working during the test audio, but for whatever reason decided to kind of like just derp out on me today, but whatever. I'll get that fixed for next time. But without further ado, I should introduce you to everything. First things first, hi. I assume that if you're here, you know who I am. Welcome, I'm NaviDoodlez, your favorite gay little reindeer, and this is my crib. I'm an animator, amongst other things. I tend to be on the holly jolly side of things, but, you know, don't mess with me, because otherwise, hold on, let me make sure I get the right hotkeys. Okay. Make everything just, okay. There we go. Yeah, I got some hotkeys here. You know, if you call me cute, I might blush a little bit. And, you know, so I know it's only like a couple hotkeys at the moment, but hey, it's still a lot of fun. But let me show you around my crib a bit. So, here I am. This is my room. And just stand in the middle. You know, I can dance around a bit. Da 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 da. You know, have ourselves a good time. Kind of just shimmy and shake. Good. Most of the time, you find me working over here at the tablet where I draw, I record my audio, look at my picture of my girlfriend over here. It's a, you know, fun time. Sometimes, you know, when the mood gets right, kind of venture over to this side. Got a few fun little things, paddles, you know, crops, whips, you know, stuff like that. You know, if you get a little thirsty, got a dog bowl over here. But next to that, I got some fun little figurines. Let me, you know, get the thing open so I can zoom in a bit. Ba 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 ba. Zoom, zoom. Okay, maybe a little bit more zoom. Yeah, when it gets nice and blurry. There we go. Now let me get zoomed to my side so I remember what I put up here. Oh yeah. So got Luna, got Beelzebub. Trying to remember what. Got May Borowski, Arlecchino, Absol Fluttershy. Got Susie down here. Anka. Let's see. I believe that's Cora. Judy Hopps. Ooh, Katya from Prequel. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Prequel, but it's one of my absolute favorites when it comes to manga. You know, that and its 2-year upload schedule. I'm trying to remember who I put down in the bottom right. Who is that? Well, I still love them either way. Over here, you got our Christmas tree set up with the aforementioned Baphomet. You know, favorite little tree topper. You know, it's fun, it's decorative, it's a great little, you know, conversation starter. We got our, you know, package of gifts that, well, are a little bit more just kind of like decorative, but hey. Oh, whoops. Hold on, I just realized I haven't been zooming in. Hold on, my bad. Let's zoom in. I'm doing just great. Ooh. Okay. Whoop. There we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Thank you for your patience. One thing I could say is that you all are all right. Just patient lots, and I love you all for that. You know, so like I said, got the Christmas presents over here. You know, mostly decoration and whatnot, as well as some, you know, stocking stuffers up here. Yeah. And if we go over to here, I'm kind of like juggling between OBS and the VTube Studios thing. You know, we got our ice melts because, you know, we hate ice just everywhere. And you gotta make sure to properly sprinkle it around to dissolve it, you know? Because Hate seeing it, hate slipping on it, causes nothing but pain. So make sure to melt it away. And then, there we go. Ah, yes. Then I got my awesome little Wing Chun dummy over here. Keep my skills sharp. I go, wah, 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 wah. Yeah, I'm really fighting it. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, this is the ancient technique of the reindeer. You know, learn it well, because it'll serve you well. And then we bring it back to center. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Sideways kick. You're absolutely right. In fact, whoop. Bah! Bah, 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 bah. Bah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Bah. What? Alright. And then the piece de resistance. Got ourselves a little mistletoe up there. You know, when you find you and your sweetie, you know, standing underneath, and it's just like, oh, oh, hold on, hey, But like I said, I'm already taken. So, but if you have someone that you want to kiss, yeah, it's right there for you. All right. I think we're doing all right. Doing all right. Beautiful. Oh, yes. The good old Godzilla kick. I didn't even realize that's what I was doing. Oh, I love that scene. It's one of the most perfect. Hey, don't worry. I'll say you're fine. I was having some difficulties earlier, so technically you're kind of on time. There we go. Hey! Thank you, Paulino, 12. You're, welcome here. Take a seat, pull up some cocoa, have yourself a very holly jelly time. We just kind of got things started here, so, you didn't miss a thing. All right. Zoom in a little bit. Oh, hype train. You'll have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. I have no idea what that means. Sorry, I am not very knowledgeable on streaming stuff. I apologize. But there we go. So, hype, 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 woo, 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 woo. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get some, get some, get some, get some. I don't know what that means, but I'm all for it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Aw. Lil Red DSW, SW. Hi, been enjoying the animation stuff for a while. Thank you. I love making it, and the fact that so many people like it too is just so nice. I mean, even if I didn't have any fans, it's still just so much fun to make. So, but all the more better that you're here and I'm here, and we get to do stuff together. And believe me when I say, I'm still very much making stuff, so it's not done. That's great kind of segment to you know, get into the next part where I kind of explain why I'm doing this. Navi's animations are peak. Always got to comment on them every time, and indeed you do. Don't think I don't recognize your name, Pharaoh Roxy. You've been an OG supporter for a long time, and I am very appreciative of that. So thank you so much for being along for the ride, and just, you know, I hope to make sure that you stay happy and entertained for many, many years to come. And that goes for all of you, not just Pharaoh, all of you. All right. But anyways, like I was saying, welcome to my first VTuber stream. I know that we're already like way into this, but I just thought it'd be like kind of a good time to explain myself a bit. For you see, back when I kind of started doing this animation stuff, I had a really good kind of stream going where I was like pushing stuff out like once every week, maybe every 2 weeks or whatnot, which if in animation terms is freaking insane. Like, it's a lot of work, even for basic animatic stuff. But it was, when I first started, it was the beginning of like the COVID times, and had a lot of time on my hands, and I just wanted to try something different. And I kind of fell in love with it, and apparently I had an audience for it. And yeah, and for like 3 or so years, I kept that schedule up pretty consistently. Now, eventually I kind of got to a point where I wasn't really progressing. I was sort of more or less kind of staying at the same level, which, you know, for some people is fine, but I kind of had an itch to try to push myself a little bit more. But in order to push myself, I had to like really kind of focus on like the quality of the animations and sort of like build upon that, which meant I had to kind of like stick some more time to it. And so I kind of like put more emphasis on the quality, which unfortunately did mean that it took a lot longer to actually like make something. And the upload schedule became kind of a lot slower because of that, which, you know, is the nature of the beast, no question about that. But I felt a little bit, you know, insincere in like putting reposts and whatnot, but those reposts keep my channel alive. Thank you, Gold the Floof. I appreciate you coming in. You are more than welcome. Pull up, take a seat, get some hot cocoa. And so, you know, things kind of like became kind of repost central, and all the while I'm saying, oh, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm currently making a thing, hang in there, hang tight. You know, it'll come out soon. When soon is, I don't know. Navi is so heat that my oven just caught fire. Oh, Ulysses. If your oven's on fire because of me, I think you might need a new oven. You know, just don't let me near it because it might be even more on fire. See, I'm not the best chef in the world. I'm the type that could like catch cereal on fire, if you know what I mean. So, oh. Anywho. Oh no! Pharaoh's house burnt down. Oh gosh. This model can frown. I think I need to like, I think I need to adjust the smile sliders because I can technically frown, but whatever. Let's see. I had a sister that could burn water. I do love me some of that spicy water. Anywho, to continue with what I was saying, I just had the thought, why not try to make a VTuber model? I've never made one before, and believe it or not, I do have experience as an animation rigger because I did work for somebody in making these kind of like cute little animal puppets in like Adobe After Effects, where, well, no, it was Illustrator for After Effects. That's right. And I learned to kind of like put things together, and strangely enough, that talent kind of like translated over into the making of a VTuber model. So it's just like, oh, I've been in this territory before, even though I've never have done it before. Oh my God! Hi, Golden Flute. Good to see ya. There we go. Yeah. So basically, I like I said, I made this entire model all by myself. I put the pieces together, and you can't see it because it's a fully put together model, but this thing is like made out of like hundreds and hundreds of little pieces kind of like overlapping each other, which kind of allows it the ability to move and gesticulate and all that in different ways, and gives it that kind of like sense of animation. It's just like, hey, all right, this is kind of cool. And it's one of those cases where I didn't think she'd look as good as she did, but, well, here I am, able to do everything, and like, oh my gosh, I'm just so over the moon with it. And I hope everyone's enjoying it too. Yep, I didn't hire anyone to make this. I made it from scratch, all the way from the Clip Studio to the live 2D animator thing, all the way into this. This is all me. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really proud of it too. And, I was hoping that I'd be able to show her to you all sooner, but then life stuff happened and, kind of put a kibosh on that for a bit. But here we are now. Thanks. I do love this model. And frankly, this kind of like pseudo-furry anime style is really nice for Navi. I've not made a Holly yet. One of these days I will make a Holly model, but for now, we got Navi and all her, bouncy glory. All right. Unfortunately, I don't have any Holly macros or anything yet. She will come one day. Don't you worry none. Can't. But today's not that day. Emo girl soon. I mean, I guess she could be considered emo. I've kind of made her more to be like goth, but there's a lot of overlap there. Let's see. Well, she wouldn't kill you in a snap. Not unless you, did something really bad or, I don't know, just kind of caught her an off day. Which isn't most days. Some days, though, you do gotta be a little careful. Wait, did I click the right thing? All right. Oh, Ralph, say I definitely understand that. Wi-Fi can be such a pain. In fact, part of the reason why I didn't have this out sooner is because I realized that my internet was absolute garbage. And when I tried to, get this set up earlier, it just would explode my Wi-Fi altogether. I eventually, just got new Wi-Fi altogether. This is fiber optic, 500, gig speed, or 500 megabyte speed. And, I got an Ethernet cable, so barring shenanigans, should stay in one piece. Let's see. Oh, yes, the Pokemon. Yes, one of my favorite animations, the Pokemon. Yes, I love that one. Making the Poliwrath Mr. Frog animation. That I just had so much fun with that. Legends Arceus was definitely like one of my favorite Pokemon games that's ever come out, and that was like around the time Smiling Friends first came onto the scene, so it's just like, why not? And it was just, like the scene where I threw the Pokeball is just like, that was like one of those like instances of just like, oh, I actually have like a little style to this, and then just making this crazy super fast Mr. Poliwrath thing just happen, and don't worry, I survived being eaten. I survived. Janeway when she hasn't had her coffee. Yes. It's been a hot minute since I've watched Voyager, so try to remember. But I do remember that she didn't take much guff from anyone. Definitely the queen of her domain, and hey, I vibe with that. I vibe with that. Well, now that you're all here, I want to go ahead and show you what I have been working on up to this point. Because, whether or not you believe me, I have been 100% sincere in saying that I have been working on something for a long, long time. It is nowhere near done, but I do want to kind of give you a tour of what has been going on for a hot minute. So let me go ahead and switch us into that mode. Change background. And transparent. Okay. There we go. Now you should see my little animation setup. It's a little hard to kind of navigate this just because I'm looking at two different screens at the same time. But what you see, this whole setup is basically what I see for about 2 to 4 hours a day at any given point. And I use Adobe Animate, which, I know a lot of people have issues with Adobe, and to be fair, for good reason. They do suck as a company, but unfortunately, they're definitely one of the cheaper, better alternatives for me at this point. Plus, I got Premiere and After Effects and whatnot, so, would I love to use Toon Boom? Absolutely, but I got to be a little bit more money conscious nowadays. But let me go ahead and kind of show you all the fun stuff. So I know you can't quite see it here. Yeah, why not Blender? I want to learn Blender, and I think it'd be a good thing to learn Blender. It's just, it is very intimidating. And, I'm trying to get this thing out, so I'm trying to prioritize the projects that I currently have in the can. One of these days, I would love to learn Blender, though. I really would. So let me go ahead and... Oh, wrong thing. Wrong thing. Oh, God. Window capture. There we go. go. Yep, I'm familiar with that they have like the grease pencil, and I've seen some really good 2D animations, whatnot. I think I could do a lot of good stuff with that, but just not at this time. Plus, even if I did use Blender, I still kind of need the other stuff to make things happen. But the reason why I zoomed in on this particular part is to show you the audio is looping onto itself. Uh-oh. Now, what do you mean the audio is looping onto itself? Am I speaking in... Now, what do you mean the audio is looping onto itself? Am I speaking in... Now, what do you mean the audio is looping onto itself? Am I speaking in... Oh my god, it is looping! Now, what do you mean the audio is looping onto itself? Am I speaking in... Oh my god, it is looping! Now, what do you mean the audio is looping onto itself? Am I speaking in... Oh my god, it is looping! Now, what do you mean the audio is looping onto itself? Am I speaking in... Oh my god, it is looping! Now, what do you mean the audio is looping onto itself? Am I speaking in... Oh god! Oh my god, it is looping! Oh god! Oh my god, it is looping! Oh god! Oh my god, it is looping! Give me a second. Let me see if I can switch over here. Oh god! Oh my god! Give me a second. Let me see if I can switch over here. Give me a second. Let me see if I can switch over here. Oh no! What's happening? Oh god! 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 Oh no! What's happening? Are we okay? Are we fine? I'm scared. Oh. Double mic now. Great. Just reverb now. How's that sound now? Can still hear the reverb? I turn it down a little bit. Okay. Okay. I think the culprit was that I did have the Twitch open in a separate tab, and I did not realize that it would also pick up on that. So it kind of created a spiral. Whoops. Okay. Well, back on track. We're back on track. And like I was trying to show you. Oh god, I'm all derailed now. I apologize. Let's see, not that. Okay. And let's go ahead and send this down. I'm almost kind of half afraid that I may have derped things, but I think should be all right. Should be fine. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna move myself over here. All right. So, thank you. I appreciate you, Ulysses and Tech Yunki. As long as the deer doesn't blow up. You know, at this point, I'm not entirely sure. I might. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to what I was trying to do. So, right now, we are in my animations thing. As you can see, I currently have stuff up. And there's a lot to it at this point in time. You know, I'm in bed right now and Holly's right there with me. I'm reaching over. And like, that's all well and good. If you look down to this other side, I'm just gonna move my model so you can kind of see where it is. Right next to where my head is, you see not just one, not just 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6 scenes in total. Now, each scene right now is at different times. You know, some of them are about 30 seconds long, some of them are a little bit longer, but just to kind of show you what's up, I scroll to the end of this. Hold on. Let's go down to scene 3. Yeah, end of scene 3 is 127 seconds. Go to scene 4. That's 173 seconds. Go to scene 5. 217 seconds. Ah, thank you, Simply Sammy, for the cheers. 42, nice, nice. I don't understand what that means, but hey, it's great. Let's see. Oh, what? Oh, God. Oh, okay. I see what emote you use. Oh, well. Hey, you know, I'm not one to judge. Everyone loves Boy Kisser, and I guess he did more than kissing at that point. I just hope that everything goes well for the next 9 months for him. That's all I'm saying. Oh, thank you, it's Dewey DeWolf. Subscribe with the Prime. Again, I don't know what that means, but hey, I appreciate it. Oh, I love that emote. You know, after you have a nice time with Holly, you know, get the little extra black lipstick all over you. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Oh, you're so nice. Ah, you guys are too kind. Too kind. Hey, all right. Tech Yunki is following. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Is that Yunki or Yunsi? Or Yunchi? Oh, well, take it free money. Oh, You didn't have to do that, the wolf. You're too kind. Oh my gosh. I'm blushing. I'm blushing. Hold on. Let me hit the blushing hotkey in again. All right. Little red straw. Ooh. There we go. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm juggling like several things. To say my last name, it's either Yunsi. Okay, Yunsi. Thank you. I apologize I had to copy and paste again. I'm just dumb. Ah, thank you, Ulysses. You're too kind. Ah. Alright, wow, I got completely derailed there. Let's see. Go ahead. But to complete what I was saying, I actually measured the amount of animation that I currently have, and it's roughly 10 minutes at the moment, and that's not even including some extra stuff that I need to put in later. So there's still a lot going on there. Love the new model. Thank you. I love the new model too. Ooh. You can call me Lillian or Little, by the way. All right there, Lillian. Do you have a preference? I don't mind either one. They're both lovely. Lillian, Little Lillian. As you can see, I am not an expert streamer by any means. Hopefully, after enough time, I know it like the back of my hand. The NaviDoodlez cinematic universe. Bwam. 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 Da da. Ba 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 ba. There we go. There we go. I guess if you think about it, any sort of creative type, whether it's writing, animating, drawing, whatnot, is its own way a form of godhood. Maybe not in the grand universal sense, but in the fact that you are creating and you are putting life into things that otherwise did not exist beforehand. So, in a low-key way, yes, I am a god. But please don't mention that to someone that might get mad at me for that. Navi War. Uh-oh, was that an invincible? I didn't realize that was a thing. I don't mean to cause any wars here. I just want to have fun, draw stuff, and, mac on my girlfriend. That's about it. Tech Yunsi. Oh, you. Yeah, you're... Yeah, you're silly, but I love you. I love you. I love all of you. Navinity War. That sounds like some sort of weird Christian movie that would come out around Christmas time. It's just like the Navinity War. God is not dead. He is still alive. And the nativity scene shows the way, and then it's just like boom, boom, and it's just like coming soon to Christmas. The Navinity War. Bum, bum, bum. Bow to your dear God. Dear God, it is your dear God. Ah, ah. You will not escape me. I am eternal. Eternal. Okay. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. There we go. I low-key wouldn't mind watching Angel Wars. It sounds like it'd be like kind of halfway decent or so bad it's good. But I don't know. Let's see. So instead of saying "Dear God," we should all say "Dear God." You are absolutely correct. You are under my domain, and I shall cast judgment on each and every one of you. Oh, Darcy, the easiest way to make Christmas music is take any song that you like, add some jingle bells and maybe like a choir sound to it, and you got like a nice little Christmas tune. Actually, if you want some music that's not Christmas music but has like a lot of Christmassy vibes to it, one of my personal favorite bands, it's a power metal band. They're called Twilight Force, and they're high fantasy epic. They take a lot of like steps from like D&D and whatnot, and that music sounds so good. It's very cinematic, and they use a lot of those kind of chimes and bells. It feels like it would fit right in that Christmas scene. And I was a fan of the band before Bradley Hall got introduced to it, who is like one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. He's like a metal YouTuber, and he's just got this kind of fun, quirky personality. It's just like, oh, I love it. I love it. Aw, good night, Simply Sammy. I love having you here. You did a wonderful job. Ah, yes, the pride emote. I love that. So cute. Have a nice evening. Okay. The globe of the ancients. It's always a globe. I think that they would come up with some different shapes once in a while. But hey, who doesn't love a good globe? I, for one, love globes. Globe, 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 globe. Sabaton. Oh, yes, I love Sabaton so much. Primo Victoria. To the to the Nazi line. Primo Victoria. That is always a great one. Let's see. Dear Lady Navi, thoughts on the silly deer critter from Deltarune Noel Holiday? I absolutely love Noel. And to be honest, I would not exist without Noel as it is. And frankly, she's, very, very influential for me. Very important fact. And I would even go so far as saying that I would not have realized my entire, transness without her. She kind of like cracked my egg, if you know what I mean. So, much love for the gay little deer girl. And I ship her with Susie all the time. So, yes, very much a holiday house here. 100%. Let's see. Jungstein, who made your avatar? It's cute. Who made it? Well, that would be moi. I made it. It's all me, baby. I drew it from the very beginning. All the little assets and all the little pieces, I put it together myself. I didn't pay a single dime for it. Well, outside of Clip Studio and internet and that stuff. But, outside of that. I also had to pay for for the VTube Studio thing, but that was like $15. But nope, didn't drop $1,000 on this thing. I just had to drop a month's worth of time and wondering about how the layers worked. Now, for legal reasons, I'm not part of the Noel family branch. As much as I love it, I also don't want to be accidentally tied. But we are both reindeer, so we do have a common ancestor. Ooh. Hey, you know, anytime to listen to Sabaton is a good time. So you keep on listening to that. I highly, highly recommend them. You know, thank you, Mitchy Galactic. You know, come on in, get some hot cocoa, pull up a seat, have yourself a grand time. You know, I guess while we're chatting, I might as well actually do some work. So, let me go ahead. Where am I going? First things first. Now, where do I get items? There we go. Da-da-da. Da-da. There we go. Got myself a little tablet. Gotta put that down in the corner. I don't want to see that message. There we go. I kind of scoot myself over to here. And, okay. Well, it'd be kind of silly if I just kind of stood here and did nothing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, whoop. Oh, wrong thing. Where is it? There it is. See, I got myself a little pin. That's my stylus that I can use to draw on. So now I got my tablet, got my little drawing pin set up. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to work. Now, excuse me while I kind of like shift things really quick. It's gonna make some noise and look kind of silly, so just be patient. What am I doing? Yeah. No. It's on my way. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. I think that should be all right. Okay. Thank you, Tech UNC. You have a wonderful night, okay? Oh, you got to see Sabaton, Roxy? Oh, that's awesome. I'm so jealous. Got to see a few bands in my time, too. Like, one of my personal favorites was when I got to see Ghost. You know, that was a great concert. I also saw Camelot and Dragon Force. Oh, and I also saw Amon Amarth. That was a great one, too. There we go. Hold on. Chungstein, the way that the model's set up, you know, kind of gives the illusion of 3D. It's not 3D, but the way that the puppet rigging works, you know, makes it gives it that kind of like 3D aspect. It's all an illusion. Technically, everything you see on a screen is 2D, but you know, we're able to kind of piece those things together, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of cute tricks that you can do with it. There we go. Just trying to keep up with chat boxes and whatnot. Where'd my mouse go? Where'd my mouse go? Oh God, I lost my mouse. There it is. Anything on the YouTube side? Oh. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right, cool. I got things set up so I can actually focus on the tablet screen. So, got that going. There we go. Oop, there we go. Okay. Where is that layer? There it is, I think. Oh yeah, you always want to make sure you drink plenty of water at a concert. You know, the last thing you want to do is overheat. Even when it's like in the cooler months, you know, standing around, being, you know, sea of, you know, excited, hot, sweaty people, it adds up. It takes its toll. So you always want to be prepared for that. Okay. Oh. Ah. There we go. Fix that. Sorry, Navi. I'm too tired to stay awake 4 a.m. Oh, you're up at 4 a.m.? I would not get up at 4 a.m. for anything. So you are a trooper. You go to bed. You get some sleep, okay? No, don't worry about me. You can always pick this up later on the, you know, YouTube. You're fine. And good night to you. Oh boy, grabs a Krabby Patty. All right. All right. Good night, Lily. Yo, go to work and have some good times. Get that bread. Get that bread. Okay. Thank you for following, Coda. Coda the Flute 420. 420 blaze it. Always wonderful to have you on board. You are all beautiful, wonderful folk. You're making this a fantastic stream, regardless of how scuffed it was at the very beginning and also partway through. That's all right. It's all part of the fun. It's the wabi-sabi nature of it all. If it was perfect, it wouldn't be that, you know, it wouldn't be that good. It'd be like, oh, well, that's fine. It's because it's scuffed that you'll remember it. Well, I'll remember it too. Probably laying awake going like, why did I do that? Yeah, you're right, Roxy. It is, well, I don't know if amazing's the right word, but I'm glad y'all enjoy it. File is so big that it takes so long to save. Fortunately, it's usually only the first thing. I hope everyone's April's going all right. Mine is going as well as it can be. I did have to get 2 temporary crowns put in though. I get the 2 official ones later, but they're like on opposite sides of my mouth, so I can't chew anything, you know, chewy or sticky for like the next 3 weeks, and it's gonna be a bit of a pain. Yes, no, I know. Hey, you're always welcome here, Coda. I'm glad that you're here with us and, you know, dropped on by. You are lovely. Everyone here is lovely. And yes, carrot cake will absolutely help. You know, it's, as every good dentist says, you know, the key to, you know, healthy teeth is more carrot cake. Usually that's like that 1 out of the 5 dentists that don't like all the toothpaste. And then you kind of like realize that's probably the reason why they're the 1 out of the 5 dentists that doesn't agree with everyone else, because they're freaking crazy. But you know, who am I to judge? I'm not a dentist. Oh yeah. You know, it is one of those things, you know. You gotta keep up your teeth, otherwise things can go awry. Hopefully your mouth hasn't been giving you too much issue. Oh, thank you, Coda. You know, this gay little reindeer has no intention of stopping the gay fun times. All the gay, every gay. Gay. No, I didn't mean to do that. Where'd it go? Okay. Boop. So, yes. Okay. I'm a pan, a non-stick pan. Nice. Love all my pan hobies out there. Without pans, you can't have like skillets or omelets or anything like that. Where are you gonna cook the bacon? You know. So thank your fellow pan person today for the delicious breakfast food items that otherwise would go for naught. You know, it's as they say, if everyone's hot, maybe the real hot person is you. Just saying. I know when it comes to any sort of dishware or anything like that, I would trust your word above anyone else, Ulysses. That being said, I'm also, you know, a broke ass bitch, so yeah, I'll probably try to get my silverware from the Goodwill. Yeah. Let's see. Alright. There we go. I like that my model looks like it's looking up to the right all the time. That's just how this particular setup is. I hope it's not too distracting. Trust me, what's up on the ceiling is amazing. I wish you could see it. It's incredible. It is too amazing for words. If I tried, it would just be pale in comparison to the true awe that it brings. In fact, I don't even I won't even attempt to describe it, because you know, to do so would just be a farce, a spit in the face of like the beauty of nature. It's just that amazing up there. Freaking hell. Oh boy, we're getting into pan talk around here. Pan talk, smart coils. Gosh, I'm not gonna be able to add much. All I know is that if you want to make me something tasty, I'd be more than happy to take it. I love anything that you could cook in a pan. you know, pancakes, you know, crepes, bacon, eggs, that sort of thing. One of my personal favorite things to make is called a muglet, where you basically make an omelet in a mug. And I cook the bacon first, and I put some eggs into a mug with some salt and pepper and other spices, and you know, I microwave it for a little bit with like a little bit of water, and then I put the bacon and cheese in there, mix it up, put some sauce in there. It's easy, you know, it's a nice, you know, light, well, it's a nice breakfast for the morning and not that many dishes to deal with. I highly recommend. Ooh, Southwest style cheeseburgers. Oh, that sounds so good. Maybe with some like green chilies on it, you know. Oh, man. Some ranchero sauce. I'd be so down for that. Shipping the sheep is cheaper than shipping the cake. Oh, am I gonna suddenly get a surprise sheep visit? I mean, I wouldn't say no to that. It's just that I'm not expecting it. I need to clean the house a bit more before I could do that. Ah, dang it. Let's see. Up. Ooh. Mac and cheese. Oh, you can always make me happy with a good mac and cheese. Ooey gooey cheese, and it's like one of the few things that I can eat right now with my temporary crown. So, load me up on that mac and cheese. Hello, random username. Well, you know, I just been kind of like drawing here, coloring things in, and we've been actually talking about pens and certain silverware and whatnot. So if you want to get on the ground floor of, you know, Navi's kitchen utensils, you better act now. Oh shit. I think like, what was it, like 6 months ago or something like that, I made a homemade mac and cheese for a potluck that I went to, and thanks to you know, one of my dear friends, I learned how to make bechamel. I don't know how to pronounce it, but like a bechamel sauce, and you know, threw things together like that, and it was really good. And it was like way too much, but like it was still fun because I took like half of it and served it as is, and then I took another half and I baked it and put like breadcrumbs on top of it, and it's just like, oh, so good. Man, I want some mac and cheese now. Thanks a lot, everybody. You're making me hungry. I mean, I did have some pasta today, but I could absolutely go for some mac and cheese. Oh my gosh. You're gosh darn right, Roxy. You're gosh darn right. Too much is better than never enough. And until you can't put anything else in your refrigerator. And it starts growing some weird green spots. But other than that, it's always best to have more. Saving for auto recovery. There we go. Yes, Doc. I seem to have grown some green spots and some hair, and my head has exploded into a mushroom shape, and I make this weird clicking sound. Finn Pavier, you could definitely still cook and whatnot. I understand that things got in the way, but I definitely believe in you, and I absolutely know that at least one other person here is like a big chef, sort of person, and they could absolutely help you out in that sort of regard. I don't want to speak on their behalf because they may be busy, but like I think you two would be good friends. Yep, I made a Last of Us reference, and I feel ashamed because I haven't really played Last of Us all that much. It's good, but I just haven't gotten around to it. That's the thing. I'm usually too busy for things. Ulysses, I love you. I just don't want to put you on the spot. But if you insist, Ulysses, you are a wonderful friend, wonderful sheep, and an absolute amazing cook. Hey, just because you're in your mid-30s doesn't mean you can't stop learning. I'm in my mid-30s, and I still try to learn something new all the time. That's right, you joined a stream with a hag in it. I hope that you're all here for some Christmas cake. I'm the most Christmas cake you're ever gonna get. Oh. Let's see. One of these days I'll get to the games in the show. I assure you. It's just I got a lot of other things that I want to try to get done. This is one of those things included. But hey, one of these days. Ooh, graphic design college. Right on, Roxy. That's awesome. I am a big fan of graphic artists and graphic designers. I'm kind of biased because I'm an artist myself, but learning how to make effective, impactful, and powerful designs is so essential in many ways. And I'm a little bit biased because my father was also a big graphic artist too, and that was like his main bread and butter while he did other stuff. So it runs in the family. But right on. I hope that you have a lot of fun with that. Let's see. Now what'd I do? What'd I do? Oh god. Oh god. There we go. Why does it not choose red? Thank you. There we go. You're watching the magic happen. This coloring that I'm doing has been the exact thing that I've been looking at for the last probably 6 or so months. So, just to kind of give you the mind's eye of Navi here. So exciting. Love animation. Do not get me wrong, but if you're looking for a fast turnaround, this is not the profession for you. Oh, God. Hey, people gotta learn, how to be professional and how to take criticism. May sting, but pointing that stuff out is crucial to them. You're helping them and you're helping yourself. If you try to, be nice about it all the time, it eventually comes to bite you in the butt. So, good job. Good job, Roxy. Good job, Ulysses. You're both wonderful. Be critical, but be empathetic. God damn it. I'm kind of like working around this giant ring light in my face. It's definitely causing a couple issues, but I'm making it work. Oh, Roxy. It's a little too late for that. I'm already well and truly insane. But now the voices can talk back. Deer in the headlights. Hey, I'm a deer in the headlights and I'm a deer with headlights, so I have the best of both worlds. Oh God, I've tried watching some of my first videos and whatnot, and it hurts to watch because it is so painful, and I could definitely tell that I didn't really know what I was doing. But that's just the nature of the grind. You cringe because you've grown. Maybe, but I don't know. Oh, thank you, Finpevere. You're always welcome in my stream. Everyone here has been absolutely lovely and the most patient people I've ever met. And I'm just glad that y'all can hear me and I'm not talking to myself in a loop. If someone has that clip of when the audio started compounding in on itself, I would love to hear that. Finpie? Finpie! 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 Hey, I'm so glad that my chat's being friendly with each other. I want this place to be just as much a hangout for people to become friends as anything else. I know you're here for me, but if you leave with some friends under your belt, that's even better in my opinion. Spread that love all the way around. Okay. Let's see. How do I check those clips? I don't know. I guess I'll figure that stuff out later. Not that big a deal. Yes, please save and waste everyone's time. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. You're doing great. Yep, only love and good vibes on the NaviDoodlez stream. Amen to that. Y'all need some love and good vibes, you know. And if this place could be a home for that, I have succeeded in what I tried to do. So, enjoy the good vibes here, everybody. I'm certainly enjoying the vibes here, too. Okay. Got the multiple layers going up. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm going to the pink now. Oh wait, no, I still gotta put it into skin tone. Skin tone. Beautiful. There we go. All right, looking good thus far. Looking good. And then you get the back leg. Back leg. All right. Good. Oh, God. Okay. Let's see. No. Good, good, good. And then we get this leg. What is leg? Leg. Leg. My leg. Oh, I guess this is an arm, actually. Why is he... Huh. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Good. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead. There we go. All right, put on that. All right, look at it go. Oh God, what? Ah, jeez, I dropped a bunch of stuff. Oh, what I drop? Oh no, Derpy. Oh, my flashcards. Come here, you. I'll just put those there for now. All right. And I just remembered this. I still love the "Are you an angel" animation you made of Navi using the classic pick-up line on her demon girlfriend, and Holly's just like completely honest. It's just like a little bit. Yes, I remember that. You know, classic Satan falling from heaven sort of scene. And right down to the earth, it's just like, "Are you an angel?" You know, or what was it? Ah, yes, that's right. "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?" That's what it was. And it's just like, yeah, a little bit. Are you? Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? A little bit. A little bit. Stick of butter. Stick of butter act. Trying to remember, did I do any butter animation? I've made so many of the darn things that I don't remember everything that I've done. I kind of surprised my friend with how forgetful I could be sometimes. Like, he looks at me in shock and she's like, "You made the dang things." Like, oh. Well, as you can see, Navi's got somewhere to be. Just look at her go. Go, go, go. Step, 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 step. There we go. This is why I made you do the recap of D&D. Yeah. Good old-fashioned May recap. Like, I did a thing, I don't remember the middle part, but there was good booze there. It's just like, hey, you know, I met this really cool guy. It was a big night, and he gave the best hugs. He was a little scary, but I loved him. The old animation from Kid Show. Oh, Kid Show. I was about to say, I don't remember making a stick of butter thing, but if it was from a Kid Show, that makes a little more sense. Doing a grocery list store run. Okay, cool. I'm not familiar with what show that is. Okay. Another little Navi here. Which layer are you on? Okay, you are on the yellow layer. Yellow layer. Beautiful. Sesame Street. Okay. That does sound like it'd be a Sesame Street bit. This stream brought to you by the letter N for Navi. He's just a rock, not a real person. All my other stuff is what you do. Just a stupid rock. Although I did like Rocky and Project Hail Mary. That Rocky was awesome. I don't know if any of you seen that movie, but it's so good. You should absolutely watch it. Uh-oh. Did I peek the mic? I'm sorry. Amaze, amaze, amaze. Who is Grace talking to? I can hear you. Hello, Grace friend. No, I don't want that. Okay. Why room dirty? Question. Rocky eats beautifully. Watch. Oh God. Oh, Darcy Red. Absolutely go watch it. It is a lot of fun. It's just such a wild ride from beginning to end. I've never read the book. You know, a lot of people say it's a very faithful adaptation, aside from like a couple of things. But like, you know, just from a movie viewing standpoint, a lot of fun. Could not recommend it enough. Let's see. The Mario movie, Mario Galaxy movie, on the other hand, that one's a little bit rough. You know, that, like, I'm a fan of Mario stuff, so I enjoyed all the references and whatnot, but in terms of a good movie, that's debatable. Like, it is very much yes and the movie, and it's... That being said, there were parts of it that I really did enjoy. Oh, okay. Okay, I did not know that's what happened in the book. I guess that was, you know, it's one of those things where it's kind of like a, you know, not like super important to the overall story of the movie, where I can see why that they made that a little bit shorter, but it, you know, it would definitely been interesting to watch. Okay. Okay. But in general, the movie is basically the story. It's just story. Okay. Oh, good. I probably won't read the book only just because I've seen the movie. But if I ever do get around, you know, I love the movie, so I imagine the book would just be, you know, be great as well. But yeah, solid time. There we go. Man, looks like I've really seen some stuff from this point of view. I've seen some things and some stuff. Wouldn't recommend. Back is number 2. There we go. There we go. Good. Oh yeah, the movie was not too bad. I found it interesting they made Peach and Rosalina related, which, yeah, I could see that being a thing in the games too. Also, Navi, recently I just finished watching all the current episodes of The Amazing Digital Circus, and perfect timing too, since the finale is just going to come out in June. Oh, and I'm so ready, as ready as I'll ever be for this. All right, I'm going to answer your question in turn. It's just like, yeah, the Peach and Rosalina thing definitely, you know, I guess being sisters definitely gives them a little bit more gravitas there. I do wish that they used Rosalina more
than just kind of like the MacGuffin in the story. And the potential for Peach's story to be like more fleshed out was there. I think that they could have made things so much so much more impactful if they kind of focused on her a little bit. That being said, them being related like sisters definitely makes a lot of artwork that I've seen look a little bit interesting and in hindsight, but that's neither here nor there. You can't predict the future with that kind of stuff. As for the Amazing Digital Circus, oh my god, that series is so good. I can't thank Gooseworks enough for making such a great series like that. I'm just so happy. And after what happened in episode 8, it's just like, what's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen now? And the fact that it's coming out in June, which is my birth month, it's like I don't know if I could be able to handle that. I'm gonna be so old at that time, might just cause me to give a heart attack. Oh. Oh, did this thing freeze? No, it didn't freeze. There we go. Okay, still works. There we go. MD Season 2. MD. Oh, Murder Drone. Sorry, it took me half a second to remember what MD is. Oh, I would absolutely love a Season 2. I don't know what they would do with that because it seems like the main storyline's already been kind of fulfilled, but the potential's definitely there. I would, be very happy to see them expound upon that universe. It's also a very dense story. Like, it's hard to keep up with some stuff, and I really should watch it again just to kind of get some clarity of some parts. It's still really good though. I love it. Okay. I don't know if I'm ready to see what happens in episode 9 either, but it's gonna come whether we like it or not. I'm scared because I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Like the way that Gooseworks really set it up, it could have an absolutely traumatic ending, tragic. But maybe they escape, maybe they don't. Maybe we lose some people along the way. I would be shocked if we don't lose somebody, but just everything's set up so well, and oh gosh, I can't, but it's so good. I just have to. It's just we'll see. One thing I'm very curious about is the abstractions. Now that Kane's no longer in the picture, at least for the moment, does that mean that the extractions come out? And if so, will they remain that way, or will they be able to get their original form back? Will we see who they are? Don't know. Yes, I love Gangle and I love Kinger. If I had to say, my personal favorite character is Kinger. I've always really loved kind of loving fatherly kind of characters that know more than they let on. I believe the Greek term for that is an iron or something, and Kinger kind of fits that bill. Love Pomni, love Gangle, love all of them. They're just so great. The Amazing Digital Circus, where we're gonna rip your heart out and stomp on it into the ground. Ha ha! Oh, they do bring Queenie back. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. My heart. I don't know if I can take it. It's very possible. There is meaning in a stagnant life. Yeah, I remember them mentioning that before. But like, with everything that's happened, it's just like, what does that mean now? What does that mean? We'll just have to see. It could allude to them being stuck there, but like, oh gosh. That being said, you know, life and everything in general is made up of small little moments strung together. The sky is basically points of light that create a cosmic image. If you realize that and realize that in your own life, each little moment, each little part of your experience is an individual star. And if you learn to marvel and revel in that and be grateful for those moments, life becomes a lot lighter in the long run. That being said, I definitely wouldn't want to make a upset overlord AI angry at me, because that doesn't sound like it'd lead to much of a good life either. Oh yeah, the Daisy Bell song. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm not crazy. Hey, hold on, I messed that up. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. All right, Ulysses, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You have a lovely evening. And, you know, just eat good, be good, and give everyone you know a good hug. Just still gotta wonder what Bubble was exactly. Crazy fan theory here, but maybe Bubble was the second AI CNN main, a blue dot, and maybe when Bubble said, "You really were the lesser of the two," maybe he was talking about himself. You know, that's kind of where my mind is at. And I mean, like shape and color theory wise, Bubble is a blue circle. So, you know, that's always been tied to Kane in some extrinsical way. As well as being kind of like extracted out there. It would not be a shock to me at all if Bubble ends up being the second AI that, you know, was never truly like, you know, disintegrated into Kane's AI, but, you know, was able to kind of like work, you know, between the lines of code, so to speak. And especially when, like, you know, Bubble is kind of like egging Kane on, you know, defective, and you really were the lesser of the two. You see Kane's reflection in Bubble, as well as like the two eyes, you know, entrapped in that circle, showing that Kane himself is kind of like trapped in there with Bubble as much as Bubble is trapped in with Kane. That's where my mind is, you know, Bubble's the second AI. Now that Kane's gone, we might see Bubble, you know, emerge as the superior AI, whatever that may be. I don't know. We'll have to wait till June, but, you know, scary thing. That's all right. I kind of understood what you meant. All right, this is where I depart. My partner wants to talk to me. If you are still alive when I stop talking, I'll be back. Love all of you. Navi, keep up the animations. Will do, Roxy. You have a wonderful evening. I will catch you later. I'll keep things going for a little bit. I'll probably work on this animation a little bit, then probably switch over to just kind of like chatting and relaxing and whatnot. But you have a good night if I don't see you before. Okay. My fan theory is that Bubble is the same as Kane, same tongue. Bubble was created to reaffirm Kane's opinions, but in episode 8, Kane's own self-doubt began to affect Bubble, saying that he wouldn't. I can see that. I can see that. One other thing that I want to mention, you know, this is my theory. It's just that when episode 8 started and we saw kind of basically the origin of Kane and Abel, you know, the two programs, we just saw like the little red dot and they were feeding information into them. And it was like all simplified shapes to start with, like circles, squares, and, you know, triangles and stuff like that. And, you know, when more information got added in, it became kind of like more abstract and warped or whatnot, until eventually it kind of got bricked up and whatnot. And then you see that like that little bit of Abel, the blue AI, you know, starting getting fed all that information and producing those, you know, simple shapes like triangles, stars, and hexagons, whatnot, before the red AI or Kane breaks out and eats that. If you look at Bubble's design, what is Bubble exactly? It's a circle with just straight up triangles in its mouth. You know, it's all just simple shapes, which makes me think that Bubble's kind of like a personification of that, you know, initial AI before Kane ate it. And that's why it kind of like retained all those simple shapes, you know, through its design. So I gotta say, that's why I'm very certain that we're going to see a lot more Bubble now, because especially since we didn't really see Bubble at the end of the episode, and they wouldn't take Bubble out that quickly. Let's see. Did I see the... Oh no, I didn't know you could like feed the AI on the Amazing Digital Circus website. That's kind of fun. You should try that. Let's see. What am I doing? There I am. Ooh, okay. I'm absolutely curious about that now. I don't mind a little lore drop in the form of an online video game, as long as it's not super integral to the enjoyment of the overall story. But I like it. Let's see. All right, good. All right, everything's looking absolutely Gucci right now. Yep. Okay. Also crazy how in episode 7, when Jax was at his lowest point, he was about to freaking abstract. Yes! Yes! Ah, Jax. We almost lost him there. And what I find interesting is like how, I guess, kind of dissociated with reality he was up until like realizing that stuff, or when he was like presented with the idea that this was all real. It definitely is implied that the way he's coping with everything is that he's, you know, insists upon it being, you know, not reality, or like everything is kind of like fake and imaginary, as though he himself is in a dream. And, you know, that may have been like a self-induced sort of thing to like deal with the trauma of what he's had to do, because like you could see that in his like flashbacks. They cause him like immense, you know, fear and anguish in a way. So I feel that he's definitely a good candidate to be the first to abstract amongst the group, but could also be a bit of a red herring in a sense. We're kind of given that sort of idea, but then someone else might. But who knows? I get the feeling that Jax may not survive through episode 9. I really don't think he'll survive. Oh yeah, Cain and Abel. Cain murdered his brother Abel. First act of murder and all that. I really don't know much about the story beyond that, so I am the last person to ask about that. But, you know, the parallels are definitely there. Sorry, I had it. I got it. Getting caught up in the wires. Sorry. Okay. To answer, I'm very convinced that Bubble is probably Abel, or at least like as much of Abel that was able to survive being consumed by Cain. And since Cain's not around right now, it's going to be Bubble's time to kind of like pop to the surface, and whatever that means for the rest of the crew, who knows? That's where I believe the episode's going to go, from my understanding. Oh, no, Green Navi, I've hulked out, turning into the Hulk. No. There we go. There we go. Good. There we go. Beautiful. Imagine Bubbles just replaces Cain as a ringleader, I guess you could call that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Bubbles is definitely a Bubble is definitely much more abstract and whatnot, so we might see something like way out there and crazy. let's see. I'm wondering how they will escape because they are labeled mind files. So, are they actually there, or did it create a clone for the circus? That's a good question. You know, what we be that you know, I never even thought about that. But what we see out of the digital circus crew could just be like their minds cloned into the shape, so it's like not even like the originals them, but rather just like a facsimile of them, and the real versions of them may, you know, been able to just kind of like, you know, live their normal life and do what they want. Probably not that, but I'm not sure. But that would be kind of wild. It'd be like Soma in a sense, where like it's just another version of you that exists elsewhere that you just created, and they're living their life, but you're still stuck in your own body. But now it's like, you know, the digital circus crew is living their own life, but the ones that we see on screen are trapped forever in this sort of, you know, hellscape because those mind files exist in that, you know, realm. That would be kind of messed up, but also a bit genius. I like that. Oh yeah, you know shit's going down when the sensor, you know, stops working. You know it's just, you know it's going down. I love the Gangle and Zooble shipping myself. It's so cute. Yeah, what do they call it? Abstractity or something like that. But those two make an adorable couple. And I believe, what's her name? Amy Nichols, the voice of Zooble, you know, loves leaning into that as well. At least from what I've seen on social media. I really, you know, it's a very cute ship. And I would love to see more of them, especially in that anime style. Ooh. Hello. Ooh, okay, got a couple of first-time chats. Hi, Lasted Pizza. Hi, Disaster Studios. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Pull up a seat, enjoy some hot cocoa. I'm currently just kind of like working at my coloring here for a little bit. People are sort of talking about Amazing Digital Circus, so if you want to chime in on that, you're more welcome to. You know, just have yourself a good time. This is kind of ultimately what I wanted to start these streams with, is, you know, an animation stream, just so people could see, hey, I'm still working on this sort of stuff, and just have like a nice area to, you know, hang out with people. Oh, Disaster Studios, you are too kind. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Gift tier 1 sub. You're too kind. But I was also thinking, and let me know if this sounds good to you guys, but I wouldn't mind having like a, you know, like a couple streams per week. One would be an animation stream, and then the other would be like a gaming stream. My computer is not like a beast. It's not like a full-on gaming computer, so like AAA big graphics sort of thing. But I could definitely do something like Freedom Planet or Hollow Knight or something like that. Stuff that I know won't cause my computer to catch fire, but I think would be kind of fun. Would y'all be interested in something like that? Exactly. Give a round to Disaster Studios for being too kind and generous. Yeah. There we go. All right. Seems like Darcy Red's on the regular stream side. That's kind of cool. I mean, I'd be down for that. I would absolutely be down for that. And I would love to play something like Hollow Knight or something, because like I haven't played Hollow Knight and I haven't played Silk Song either, so I'm way behind on that. I missed out on the hype train following up and didn't even get to wear a clown wig or red nose or anything. No, thank you, Disaster Studios. I love how Navi turned out too. She's my pride and joy, and I'm glad that I got to bring her to stream, bring her to life. So thank you. All right. Well, I'm thinking about doing like a game stream like Mondays, because that's like the best day of the week for me. I don't know if that's the best day of the week for you, but like since I'm running it, I gotta think about my own schedule. But like Monday around the same time, 7 Mountain Time, which is like 9 Eastern Standard Time and 6 Pacific Time, 8 Central Time. And for any other time, you have to do the math yourself. Hey, maybe. It was a lot of work making this one model, but adding assets, I could definitely see myself doing that. I'm not going to make any crazy promises, and I would I made this when it was on the free trial period, so if I did want to jump in there, I'd have to start paying into it, which is not bad. It's like $15 a month, but it's still something I have to keep in mind for my budget. Ooh, hey, Darcy's also a fellow Mountain Standard Time person. Nice. We live in the mountains, baby. Woo! Okay. I thought of exactly that sort of thing. Where I have like Holly be like the voice of chat. I think that would be kind of fun. I mean, it'd be, it would definitely be interesting because like chat's usually kind of like, I don't want to say like a minion character, but kind of like a small kind of proxy character, whereas Holly is like the full-fledged second half of the channel. Like, I know the channel is called NaviDoodlez, but it very much is a Navi and Holly channel. And so, you know, I'd have to think if that's something that I want to, you know, put Holly into the position of. But it would be hilarious, like, get kind of like the deepest voice bot to be the chat voice. Be like, oh, my girlfriend's speaking in tongues again. Keeps talking about the amazing digital circus as well as, you know, spiral iron frying pans. Would I want to make Kevin a regular asset here? Maybe. That would be kind of funny. Definitely would have like that kind of gremlin vibe. And that could be a potential one. I'd have to think about that. Holly is the dark creature that lives in the back of my mind, speaks in riddles and tongues, and sometimes gives me goodnight kisses. Whether she's real or not, the reality is that my reality is that she, you know, is always there, always present. You may not see her or interact with her, but know that she is always with me at all times, for better and for worse. There you go, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Oh, God. What'd I do? What'd I do? Okay, I fixed it. There we go. Good. Good. All right. There we go. Looks pretty good. All right. I just had a thought. And on this day of your video about Navi and Holly first meeting showed up on my feed a few days ago, got me wondering, what did Holly get from her side of the contract anyways? You know, Demon never really truly expresses what they get, like, unless if directly asked. It could be Navi's soul. It could be something else. Who's to say? All I know is that regardless of what it is, it seems like they're both happier for it. Still love how when Navi posted Holly berating her nephew online, and one of the comments was just that little dude got was, "Your mom's hot, not gonna lie." Yeah, I mean, she does. He does have a hot mom, even though it wasn't his mom. She's my mommy, that's for sure. I'm not gonna argue with that. We have news about Bubble. Gooseworks and Tumblr said Bubble was deleted with Kane. Ooh, interesting. Is that a reliable source? Is that from Gooseworks themselves? Well, I trust Gooseworks. Like, they've definitely shown that their understanding of character and story is really good, so I trust them. But at the same time, it feels like, if Bubble's not there, then maybe. But I can't imagine that Kane and Bubble will be gone forever. But maybe when Kane and Bubble come back, or whatever happens there, we'll see, a lot more happen from that. Maybe we'll see like a pre-consumption Bubble, where Kane and Bubble are on like equal grounds in this sense, and whatever comes from that, who knows? Who knows? And don't worry, I do trust you. I'm just kind of curious about the direction they'd be going. All right. All right. Okay. All right. I think I'll take it easy on the animation for a bit and just switch to chatting. Let's see. There we go. Hey, Foxy Clips, thank you for the subscription. Subscribe. Very nice. Good to see ya. Ooh. Hold on. Let me get this right. There we go. God, I look kind of drunk right now. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, sorry, Disaster. I didn't. Okay, I guess that's technically spoilers. I thought everyone already watched it. That's my bad. All right. Just gonna switch into more of just kind of like a chatting mode for a time being. Go. Oop. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh. It seems like my background is slightly leaking on the side. Hold on. Gotta fix that. That looks right. That'll work. That's true. We do know that the digital circus crew can, in fact, summon their own things. So that might be, a vital piece to the puzzle of how things will progress in episode 9. Whether it means they can get out or they can summon Kane again. They may not be able to escape without, like, Kane or some other similar AI being able to let them out. So I could see that being a, part of the, story that happens in episode 9. Either way, I'm excited, also very nervous, but in a fun way. Okay. What was I doing? What was I doing? Doing something. There we go. All right. Any other fun shows or movies or anything that y'all been, watching or getting into? I know that one that I've been really loving myself is the second season of Freerin. I haven't seen all the episodes. In fact, I just started, but I love that show to death. It's one of my favorite anime of all time. I actually got to meet the English voice actress for Freerin. I got her to sign my Freerin figurine, and she almost accidentally broke it. It's just like, oh my gosh, it would have been so funny if she broke it. It's just like, hey, Freerin broke my statue. Oh gosh. I've been watching an anime called Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds like the way that a friend of mine plays a lot of games. They just max out their defense, their health, so they could just tank everything. So I bet he could get some enjoyment out of that, but it sounds like a good time. New part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is great so far. Oh, I have not, that's one of those shows that's been on my list. I haven't seen it. It's just the more time goes on and the more there is to it, the more intimidating it gets to actually try to get into it. It looks great though. I could be a stand user. I don't remember how the music actually goes, but that'd be kind of fun. That'd be a cool emote, just like make a stand. There we go. I'd make Holly my stand. Do like kind of a cool pose, and then like Holly just summons behind me. That'd be a lot of fun. Minecraft Horror ARG BS for me. Oh, Minecraft Horror ARG. Okay, that sounds like it'd be kind of fun. I remember back in ye olden times, with Hero Brian and whatnot, but, I could definitely see that being like a very lucrative sort of like place for entertainment. It's a video game anime where the main character Maple plays the VR MMO and puts every single point into defense, and through wacky shenanigans gets weird skill combos that make her completely OP to the point devs keep struggling to balance her. Still a very fun and cute adventure. Okay, that sounds like it would be a blast. Make those devs earn their pay. Oh, the Backrooms movie. I am so freaking excited for the Backrooms movie. You don't understand. Like I am super into the Backrooms. I love that kind of concept of like non-Euclidean geometry and sort of like cosmic horror in the form of like never-ending space, compounding in itself. And I just eat that stuff up. In fact, I regularly watch like Brugly talk about different levels of videos. I sometimes watch some fan-made stuff, including the Kane Pixels, videos and other stuff of that nature. And like just the idea that that guy himself is like the director of the movie, and he's like what, 18, 19, 20 years old, something like that, is freaking insane. Like, holy crap. I'm very stoked. It looks so good. At least that like trailer looks so good. I can't wait to see how they get into it. Now I trust the director in terms of like his vision, because like he created those original videos. I just really hope it doesn't become like kind of like a monster horror show. Only because like the true like horror of the Backrooms is like just like its infinite nature and how it becomes like obsessive as you go through the space that is both like man-made in concept, but like is impossible for any person to make, and it's just like it's almost eldritch in a sense. It's just like that's what makes it like really click for me. Oof. Let's see. Coda, this isn't about the show or movie, but your channel. I just had to mention this because I still love your transformation video. Got to see Holly as Rouge the Bat Luna and human version of herself, and then Navi and Lackadaisy Bluey in Sonic art style. Yes, I love that. That was definitely just kind of like an excuse to be able to draw them in different styles, and I love that. And Holly's my #1 girl. Do not get me wrong, but I am actually quite the big Luna fanatic. Like, she's my Oshi. I've got, her pictures up on the wall, and like half my wardrobe in real life has Luna on it. I even have a Luna plushie that I hug, and sleep at night with. So, yeah, that was very intentional on my part. But yes, that was a lot of fun, and I love all those series. I love Sonic, Lackadaisy, Hello Boss, Hazbin Hotel. It's just great time. Just animation in general just brings me so much life, so much joy. And yes, the giant singular ocular eyeball thing that you poke, like, that's gotta hurt. And I still don't quite understand how it works, but it's funny. But not Holly is Navi's stan. I gotta find my project notebook. I got ideas. Ooh, ideas, you say? I don't know whether I should be excited or nervous. Probably both. Nervous-sided, to quote Pinkie Pie. Ooh, what if Stan, Holly, and Navi becomes Ansem and the Guardian Heartless? Oh, all right, we're getting into the Kingdom Hearts territory. Oh, okay. So, all right. I become Ansem, and do I get like a heartless version of myself, like Zevon or something like that? I mean, that'd be kind of fun. I just having to deal with Disney would be kind of scary, though. I'm not gonna lie, but I would definitely be on board for that. Did something happen to my chat? Where'd it go? Oh, no, it's up there. Okay. Go. Navi, you're speaking to a fellow artist with heavy ADHD and a potential sprinkle of the tism. You are feeding the fires, and my drawing tablet is here for it. Like-minded, birds of a feather flock together. That ADHD and that tism is going on full cylinders. All turbo and no brakes, barreling forward into the canyon of creativity. Yes. Please do. I'm so into that. Oh yeah, but you helped me get into Bluey as well, because I wasn't actually too interested in Bluey at first. I'm not normally one to judge a book by its cover, but because at first glance I thought Bluey just looked like Peppa the Pig. But oh god no, the two shows cannot be any more different from each other, because Bluey is actually a good animated kids show. Damn straight it is. It is so damn good. Very well animated. And you could tell that this crew that made it absolutely loved it. And it's not only made it for kids, but for adults as well. It's got a clever, creative, writing, art style. And, it's got stories for the kids because they're the, first audience. But, they impact the adult mind as well. It's just so incredible. I love it so much. You can never have too many art outlets, though I will say it does make it hard to catch up on all the stuff that you want to do. I should know because alongside the animation I got writing projects I need to work on as well, and like I mentioned I want to learn Blender, but just never got around to it. Yeah. Yep, still alive. Your Wi-Fi is being stupid. I understand that completely. Hope you got something good to eat. What you get? Oh yeah, Bluey is a good tearjerker show as well. It's got its moments for sure. Like that one episode where Bluey and Bingo put on that little play for Bluey and Bingo put on a show for Mom and Dad, Bandit and Chili, and Bingo has like the balloon and it's like they're pregnant and then it pops and you see that moment where Bandit holds onto Chili's hands. It's like, it's so simple, so subtle, but it's just like, it gets you right in the feels. Just like, it hurts, but it just shows you that it's so good. Ooh, hibachi. Oh, I love the place where they cook in front of you. Those are so much fun. Did you have anyone like throw chicken into your mouth, or like, you open your mouth and it's like a hot stuff, or do stuff like that? Music, 3D, 2D, and other things. I understand. Jack of all trades, master of none. But hey, better to know all things and then just the one. My friend made fun of me for watching Bluey in the car on the way to the card tournament. Then he watched an episode or two over my shoulder and immediately apologized. Good. Good. I'm glad that he learned the error of his ways. Just because it's made for kids doesn't mean that it's only for kids. I speak, because I was definitely there during the whole brony craze, so I've had to justify myself, thousands upon thousands of times over, so I understand. And Bluey is a show worth fighting for. I 100% agree with that. There you go. Well, so was I. MLP Gen 4 was a wonderful show, even as the fandom was a nuclear dumpster fire, depending on the day. But I can't hate a fandom too much. It's the reason I have many of my friends, and I love drawing, after all. I'm very much the same. In fact, I'd say most of my friends, I kind of got through the Brony fandom and whatnot. You know, a lot of them kind of fell off. And, you know, I'm not going to say that I watch it religiously. In fact, I don't remember the last time I watched. One of the things I've always, you know, like, there was definitely aspects to the fandom here and there that a lot of people kind of drudged up. It's just like, oh, God. But I always hate that narrative in the sense that, like, you know, if you like the show, you're kind of part of the fandom as well. And then, you know, do you interact with people that go insane all the time? Or are people just pointing out the stuff that's like on Twitter or like 4chan and say, look how awful these people are, even though it's like a handful of people in like the place that sucks a lot? It's just, you know, everything's on fire in the hole that has fire in it. It's just like, of course it's going to be on fire there. If you look in the hole that doesn't have any fire in it, it's just like, oh, nothing's on fire in there. But that's not as interesting. And that goes for like almost any fandom out there, with some exceptions. Yummy looking food, yes. I love yummy looking food. It's not as good as yummy tasting food. And ideally, it both looks yummy and tastes good. So I'm hoping that you're eating some good noms tonight there, Dewey DeWolf. Okay. I think I've seen you pop up on my activity feed before there, Silver Gray. Well, thank you for hopping in and joining us. It's a pleasure to have you. Even though you've been here already for a while now. Whatever, you're still welcome here regardless. I can't tell time, so hopefully that you're having a good time. No, hey, I make those videos to watch, so you're doing exactly what you need to do. And that's all I ask for. I got a joke for you, Navi. What do ducks have with their soups? Quackers! Oh, God, that's so silly. I love it, but God, Ow, that hurts. Ooh. Let's see. Speaking of soup, one of my... Oh, have any of you ever heard of cat soup? It's most famous as its manga form. It's kind of like a short story, simple kind of image manga, but it's really wild and the visuals are crazy and like the characters can like be absolute assholes, but it's like very surreal. I love it to death. It's not for everyone, but it's sort of like, it's kind of like the polar opposite of Chicola, if you ask me. But it has like the same vibe. And the reason why I thought that is that they have a cat soup movie, which is so utterly, totally different from the comic, but in like a surrealist way. It's actually a gorgeous film, like very, very fun. It's beautiful. Let's see. Let's see if I could do this. Soup. Can I find it? Can I find it? Okay, its Japanese name is Nekojiru, which is cat soup in Japanese. Okay. I'm gonna pull up. Yeah. Cat soup anime. Yeah, you can actually watch the film on YouTube. It's up there for free, and it's only 32 minutes long, so it's more of like just an episode. It's like a singular contained story, but it's so good.
We check?
Oh, shut up. Okay. I was talking to YouTube, not to any of you. You're good. Really should get freaking premium. I'm gonna prep it to... Where am I? Now let's see. Can I make another scene? It's gonna be similar to this. And duplicate. Web browser. Oop. There we go. And we're gonna add window capture, browser, create new, window capture, Nekojiru. Oh, it's in my way. There we go. All right. Did I break it again? Okay, no, I'm good. Let's see. Don't post so much on my TikTok because my account got stolen. But the same name here everywhere else. I'm sorry that you got stolen. Ooh, multiple Navis. Navis all the way down. Oh god, it's good. We got the audio incursion, now we got the video incursion. Naviception, Navi's all the way down. Da 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 da. Let's keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. This is not what I meant to do. feel like if I keep going like this, it's gonna cause the computer to crash. Too many dummies. All right. I'm gonna click away from it before I break something. Oh my god. All right. Okay. That was really good. Ooh, can I click on this? Allow access. Ah, gosh. Stop making me do things. I'm trying to... Yes, opt out of the targeted advertising. Thank you. Whatever. I'll deal with that later. Anywho, like I was mentioning before, this is NaviDoodlez. It's a comic. It was very big in like the 90s and early 2000s. And it's a very simplistic art style. And it's got kind of like a kind of crass and realist, like ugly real sort of vibe, but it's unapologetic in a way. I should be kind of careful because I don't know what would get me in trouble here. But really well done. If you ever get a chance, just know that it's not like a kind-hearted, it's very mean-spirited in some ways, but in a way that's just, it's almost kind of surreal. Like, I would definitely recommend giving it a watch, giving it a read if you like. But then you go to like the actual Catsup anime, and I won't play the whole thing here, but it's just like really well done. Like the animation is just absolutely incredible. And it takes on a more surrealism angle instead of like the ugly, gritty, realistic sort of thing that the comic go for. And there's a real history behind that. Apparently, the creator, before the making the anime, passed away, self-inflicted, unfortunately, and like the husband sort of like created this sort of like way to do it in a, I don't remember all the details, but it's just like it does feel kind of like a love letter in a sense, and I would definitely recommend giving it a watch. It's really good. It's really, really good. Oh god. All right. Okay. No, we're back. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Oh no, that was I messed it up. Okay, we're back. We're back. Scared me for half a second. Hey, Belts! Finally, I joined in late. Hi, it's Belts from YouTube that you've replied to a lot over a year or so. Welcome, Belts. Pleasure to have you. Come on in. I was just mentioning Catsup to chat here. If you ever get a chance to look at it, it's really good. I highly recommend the anime. And if you don't mind some mean-spirited humor, the webcomic, well, the comic, I should say, because it started out as like an actual manga, is really good too. And you can read it all online for free. Really good. Yes, I love the... I had fun making that one. I just always love that deer with the microphone. It's just like, huh? That's how I feel whenever anyone shows up. It's just like, huh? Someone's actually watching me? Oh my gosh, thank you. Let's see. Switch back to this again. There we go. Yeah. It gets real crazy. And I'm not going to spoil everything for you, but it's one of those things where I could click to anything and it would not be a spoiler because it's like even in... no, I don't... I'm not going to give you my time, Tide. You had your chance. One of these days I'll be rich enough for YouTube Prime. But that won't be today. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. There we go. Sorry, your YouTuber super adorable. Thank you. So, sorry for joining late. I ended up not realizing how much time I spent in Fallout 3. All I was going to do the main quest first. Hey, that's alright. I understand the feeling of getting caught up in the game, as well as for character. You know, hope you enjoy. Yeah. Let's see. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. I got a drawing pencil. I can be like, oh. I need to fix my smile because it's like permanent smile right now. I do actually have multiple emotions instead of just permanent smile, and I blush. I do enjoy it a lot. It's very festive VTuber. It makes sense given your son used to be associated with Noah. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say nothing. But yeah, thank you. The Christmas festive vibe is sort of what I go for. I know that not everyone's all about Christmas all the time, but you know, if you're here, you're gonna get a little taste of it. I won't shove it down your throat. Trust me when I say I understand that is not something that everyone wants. Believe me, you know, I used to work at the North Pole, you know, many years, and you hear that Christmas music every day. It gets to you. It just becomes kind of background noise. Almost sort of like the music that's playing right here. But I'll survive. Dewey the Wolf, that's not this kind of stream. I don't think Twitch would allow that. I'm forced to be spooky. I was born in October. All right. Spooky, scary skeletons. Gotcha. I'm the opposite. I'm Halloween all year long. If my YouTube name wasn't obvious about it, I'm so-called Queen of Halloween out of my pure love for the holiday. Hey, I love Halloween too. Don't get me wrong. I know I may be a Christmas girly, but Halloween's right up there. It is easily my second favorite holiday. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down my spine. Creaking souls will rock your soul. Da 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 da. Oh. Dang. Yeah. To get a better sense of these hotkeys. Oh. Alright. Well, I get the sense that everyone here is at least a little into the Christmas vibe, even though it's April. Merry April, everyone. Hopefully the Easter Bunny flew on his egg sleigh to give you all your eggs to, you know, in the Easter stockings that, you know, arise from the grave after 3 days or something. I don't know. Look, the one rabbit that I'm most acquainted with is Judy Hopps, all right? And I'll leave it at that. Yeah, sorry about that. On my web browser, I got the Animal Crossing, you know, noise thing. So I don't know if you'll hear it, but I don't know. Oh, come on. Now you're not gonna do it, bruh. There we go. I love Animal Crossing. Oh, whoops. Did I break it again? Okay, no, I didn't. Something like that, yeah. I had a box of Sweethearts and Swedish Fish, so I ate well. And $40 for my Nintendo Switch, so I bought a Portal 1 and 2 bundle and Pokemon Fire Red. Nice! Oh, that's a good haul right there. Absolutely. All three fantastic freaking games. And Sweet Tarts and Swedish Fish with it. Oh, my 10-year-old self would be over the moon with that. Good. Yeah, the numbers are very high pitched. It's always kind of funny. Whenever I enter anything with numbers on my web browser, I sometimes catch myself just playing with that for a while, like making music. Let's see. All right, probably should get away before I cause an incursion again. Only Animal Crossing game I ever played was the original Pocket Camp. I even had the Splatoon 2 Inkling Girl hat for when they did the promotion, though I'm not spending $20 for the new version of Pocket Camp just to keep my old data. Yeah, I understand that. If I ever get New Horizons or a fan-made PC port of the GameCube version of Animal Crossing, I'd gladly give it a try. Hey, I absolutely loved Animal Crossing New Horizons. In fact, I gotta say, I have a very interesting story around that. So I surprisingly am not a cozy game sort of person. I never really got into the original Animal Crossing games or like anything like that. Not really Stardew Valley sort of person. Just the feeling of like doing menial chores and doing stuff that I could do in real life was like never my thing. But I remember when the COVID lockdowns happened and like it came out, it's just like, all right, well, should I give it a shot? I even told my friends just like, I don't know if I'm making a mistake or not, but I'm just going to buy it. And I started up, and for the most part, it started off with kind of like similar feelings. It's just like, okay, just got to kind of like, make stuff, do some chores around. And then I learned about the way that you get villagers onto your island, through going to different islands and whatnot. And it's just like, okay, that's kind of cool. So I got to the point where I unlocked that, and I was just like, all right, I'm immediately going to kind of like get those tickets and try to hop in there, get some more villagers. And I kid you not, one of my first villagers that I ever found on an island is Rattle, which is a frog with, the face mask on. And at the beginning of the COVID lockdowns, it's just like, oh my God, even in Animal Crossing, they got mask mandates. Oh my gosh. So I thought that was absolutely hilarious. So I invited him on, and he stayed a permanent resident of my team. But then I, kept going, and I learned about this one island, which was kind of cool, where there's like a little river that's kind of blocking your way. So you have to like find a way around it, and if you sneak in through the back way, you can get around. It's just like you can invite a character there. And I think the one that I found on that island was Marina, the pink octopus character, and she was adorable. She stayed a permanent resident too. And got her on, and it's just like, okay, all right. So I was kind of getting the itch of getting villagers onto my island, so I did it again. and I saw that I was on like the same island, same type of island, and it was Sky the Fox. You know, she's light blue color, has like these kind of cloud motifs, and she's like, oh, she's an absolute cutie. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, I want her really bad. And I see that, okay, this is like same island setup, so I try to go around the back like I'm supposed to. But it turns out that one did not have a back path. So, oh, what? No, I can't get to you. I can't. How am I supposed to cross this river? How? She's over there. I'm over here. How do I get over there? So it's just like I'm spending all this time trying my hardest to find a way to get to her, and I just can't seem to do it. And just like, Sky, no, you're right there. Just talk to me. Come to my island. I really want you to. And now she's just blissfully like picking flowers and whatnot, having her, fun old time over there. Eventually, I realized I'm not gonna get to her. And I was so sad, so just downhearted sad. And so I leave the island, and I'm just like, Sky, I just wanted Sky on my island. And that became the catalyst for my entire playthrough of Animal Crossing New Horizons. My one goal became getting Sky. It was very soon after that I learned that I didn't know that there was a rod that you could get from Blathers early on in the game. And if I had that rod, I would have been able to get to Sky, but I didn't know at the time. I never played an Animal Crossing before. So it was just like, well, crap. So then, from then on, I saved up as many freaking tickets as I learned, that I could get. I, got better in the game. I built things up. I caught fish. I grabbed bugs. I got a lot of different villagers on my island. And, was able to put them around. And I got some, like, fan favorites and whatnots, including, like, Marshall and whatnot. But no, I wanted Sky. I wanted Sky very bad. And, like, over every single day, I would get tickets, I would go to islands, I would, see that they're not Sky, I'd be bummed. And then I'd come back, I would build up my island more and more and more and more and more and more. And I even, terraformed my entire island to look like Sky's face using water and whatnot. It looked really cool. And kind of like decorated there. I even put like a restaurant on her face and stuff like that. I really decked it out. And over, months and months, I just played this game every time, logging in, seeing if I could find Sky. I remember one time a friend of mine invited me onto their island where they did have Sky. And I just talked to her. It's just like, oh, Sky, I love you. Please come back to my island. But unfortunately, at the time, I didn't know that you could invite people. And like even then, I had too many people on my island. So I just thought, one day you'll be back. It really turned into like a Great Gatsby sort of situation where I became rich and, influential. I played the turnip markets like crazy. I was rolling in it, paid off my loans and everything. The world was my burrito. I had everything I want. I had, Marshall. I had Raymond. I had all these characters. They were mine. But the one that I wanted more than anyone, above all else, was Sky. And I just couldn't have her. I was really like Gatsby, looking across the water towards the green light in the horizon, yearning for Catherine. I became, everything that I thought she wanted, but, it just was not meant to be. Until finally, one day, I got another ticket, and I went to the island, and I see just on the, across the horizon, I see Sky just right there, and I stop, freeze, just like, oh, she's there. She's finally there. Oh my God. can't believe it. She's finally coming back to my island. I talked to her and she's like, oh, hey. I forget what kind of voice tick that she had, but just like, oh, I love it. I like it here. You know, and I said, you know, I think you'd like my island too. It's got your face on it and everything. She's like, what? It's like, no worries. It's just like, can I come? And she's like, yes, you can. And she came to my island. And she was like, oh, joyous day. Joyous, happy day. She's finally here. She's finally on Melikalikimaka, which is the name of my island. I finally had my Catherine. I had the good ending to Great Gatsby. It was perfect. And then I stopped playing the game. And that's it. You know, she really was kind of like the driving force for me to play that game, but here's what it is. Let's see. But yeah. I don't know, maybe. Like, I'm still not really a cozy game person, but I learned from that experience that if I have like a built-in story, if I have like a story to it, I would, you know, play it again. I can't just make an island for the sake of, oh, just kind of relax and unwind. It's just like, nah, I need something to guide me. And she was that for me, and when she was gone, it's just like, oh, okay. Well, once I got her, it's just like, oh, that's it. So if I do it again, it would have to be with some other narrative purpose. I mostly like AC for the villagers, cute little creatures. Outside of that, I'm more into retro-esque games and whatnot, like Quake 2 and such, but mostly horror games. My favorite time spooky game 2 years was Faith, the Unholy Trinity. Ooh, I like that one. Ex Mortis. Very nice. If you like Commodore 64 like graphics or religious satanic horror based in 1980s satanic scare, you may like it. Seems kind of fitting given your persona's demon girlfriend. Oh yes, it's fun playing games with her like that, especially since she can give me like tips on like what's kind of realistic and what's sort of fake in the satanic circles. It's just like, yeah, demons may act like this, may not. You know, it's kind of like, you know, based on person to person. Or demon to demon, I should say. But yeah, that's a good series. Great choice. Man, I had two friends on Discord still do that completely manipulated turnip market in New Horizons. Every time they talk about a Discord, I'd sit there thinking I didn't know what they were talking about because I didn't have the game. I'd really like to ask this villager I really like or something, and they looked at me like I had two heads or something. Yeah, you know, that turnip market was crazy. You know, there was like different turnouts, and there was like, I remember there was a website that you could go to and you would like punch in the numbers of the turnips that you got like those first couple of days, and it would tell you whether you had like a good market week or a bad market week, when to sell, when not. And I really got into that. And that's how I got you know, as rich as I did, and I was able to basically get anything I want on that island. It was pretty crazy. You know, Faith? Oh, Navi, you have a wonderful taste. I have almost all the achievements, minus getting the lore notes. Shudder. A good Christian boy achievement. I don't think I'm ever going back to that one. Blah. Yeah, I must say, I haven't played it. I've watched streamers play. It's awesome. I love what I've seen. I just haven't played it myself, but I do remember that one was pretty gnarly. So good on you for getting that. Bravo. Let's see. I think when it comes to like games, typically, I definitely am a big fan of Souls-like games. Dark Souls is one of my favorite games, and you know, I remember playing that one quite a bit. And heard that was like balls hard and whatnot. And I started it with like a mage, type character, but I couldn't figure out where to get spells or anything like that. And it sort of like forced me into, like building up like strength and health and whatnot. And I eventually became this like tank type character. It was only like later that I learned, oh, you get spells from this guy down, down this elevator shaft next to like a place filled with ghosts. But I eventually beat that game, and that one was a trial, but it made me really love that type of gameplay, and I became obsessed with it. And then I played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring, including DLC, and I beat Consort Radon. Yeah, that's wild. Oh yeah, Toho games. Those are truly insane. I don't think I had the reflexes for that kind of game. I think everyone can play the Souls games. You just have to kind of like adapt your play style to it. Most people think of like, rapid fire reflexes and get good and roll and whatnot. But like honestly, you can tailor it however you want. Put a lot of points into vitality and strength and whatnot so you can tank more hits. And it's about like being conscious of your choices and resources as much as it is about skills. It's a game that punishes negligence but rewards proper planning and strategy. If you go into it with that kind of mindset, I think you'd have a much better time. It's still really hard, but I think if you meet it on its level, you can learn to love it. But yeah, the Toho games for sure. I've only played like a handful of bullet hells in my life, and like I definitely when you see like a wall of glowing pellets, it's just like I don't even know where my eyes need to be, let alone where my character is. It's like, oh my god. And then you get like obliterated into hell and back. Just, woof. All right. I've only managed to 1cc a couple of Toho games. Toho Komokyo Embodiments of Scarlet Devil, Toho Perfect Cherry Blossom, though I haven't unlocked Yukari's Phantasm stage that requires capturing 60 spell cards, Toho Imperishable Night, and that's it, if I recall. I can't count Toho 15 because I played that on point device mode, and even that took multiple deaths to do. Yeah, you got more patience than I do, that's for sure. Yeah, I actually haven't played a Toho game in a hot minute. Might try that again. Let's see. Toho 3 Phantasmagoria and Dim Dreams count as 1cc technically. I haven't done it with all the characters yet in Toho 2 PC 9800. games are pretty iffy to be without getting a game over, lol. You know, I don't know what 1cc means either. What does 1cc mean? Enlighten us. Educate us. I want to know. One credit clear. Oh, so it's like, you know, basically playing it on 1/4. Okay, I get you. Been in Toho community on and off since 2017. I've played most of the mainline Toho games minus 20 because I don't remember if that had an English translation patch yet. I mean, I won't promise anything, mainly because I don't know, you know, if that'll work congruously with my computer. But if I, you know, test it out and it works, then maybe down the line, I wouldn't be upset with that. Yeah, that's how you know the Toho games are very hardcore. Gosh, 1cc. Hey, you know, more power to you. That's incredible. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. That's a little bit gritty and tough for me, but you know, maybe one day. Maybe one day. All right. Well, let's see. Oh, you died once and now you can't get a happy ending. Damn. You know, if you think about that, that's technically realistic, you know? You die once, there's no happy ending for you. Hardcore and kind of iffy to run on modern Windows. Most Toho games were made in Windows XP and Vista days, so you have to do some extra stuff to get them running, especially Toho 6 because that runs at 6,000 frames per second natively unless you patch it for Windows 10, and Toho games past 15 really don't have that issue. The PC98 Toho games, which the Toho 1 through 5 require an emulator because no one can run the Japanese 9800 operating system at all anymore, so PC98 emulators exist now. 6,000 frames per second. I hope that's a typo because good God, man. 6,000 frames? 6,000 frames? That would be insane. I don't even think the eye can perceive anything that fast. That's like faster than the mind can process images. All right. Well, everybody, I think it's, about that time. It's been 3.5 hours since the beginning of the, stream, and I'm getting a little tired, But you all made it a wonderful, absolutely amazing first stream. And I'm so grateful that you are all here to experience it with me. And I want to let everyone know that the next stream will be on Monday around the same time, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, where I will try to play a game. Most likely going to be Hollow Knights. We'll see what the vibe is. It'll kind of start with like kind of a chit chat sort of thing, and then we'll get into it. But for now, I'm a little tired. I want to, take it easy. I got a big day tomorrow. So, we'll go ahead and kind of close things out. And thank you all so much for being beautiful, wonderful, and amazing people. I love each and every one of you. And you made this first stream an absolute delight. So, to that, thank you all. Have a wonderful good night. I will see you all on Monday. Thank you. Good night. Happy Halloween to you, Belts. To you too, Darcy. To you, a random username. And to everyone else here, Dewey Wolf. Night to you as well. Take care. And Navi out. Have a gay reindeer time, everybody. And